Plain view versus open view. There is a difference. Hey, how you doing? This is Alex Zouzlas, author of the book Courtroom Confidential. Today I'm going to discuss the difference between plain view and open view as those doctrines apply to cases involving motions to suppress contraband seized by the police. There's confusion concerning the difference between these doctrines, and the confusion is perpetrated by lawyers and judges who don't understand the difference and thus refer to both doctrines simply as the plain view doctrine. The purpose of this video is to clear up that confusion, which is important because as a lawyer, it's crucial that you make the correct argument when you're moving to suppress evidence, and as a judge, your rulings have to be based on a correct application of the law, regardless of the tipsy coachman doctrine, so that you conduct an accurate analysis. Just a reminder, I'm not giving legal advice. I'm simply discussing the difference between those doctrines and speculating as to how smart lawyers can help their clients. Let's talk about plain view first. The plain view doctrine is an exception to the requirement that the police get a warrant before they can search a place where a person has a reasonable expectation of privacy under the Fourth Amendment, such as a home, a car, even in some circumstances, a hotel room. Plain view applies where a police officer is legally inside a constitutionally protected area and the officer inadvertently sees contraband. An example is a homeowner invites a police officer into her or his house for a cup of coffee when, without searching, the officer sees a bag full of blue pills stamped with the letter M, fentanyl pills. In this situation, the officer can constitutionally seize the contraband that's sitting in front of him in plain view. Remember, plain view means the police are legally in a constitutionally protected area when, without searching for anything, they see contraband. Now let's discuss open view. Open view is a situation where an officer is located outside a constitutionally protected area and is looking inside that area when the officer sees contraband. An example would be a police officer is standing on a public sidewalk when he looks over at someone's backyard, and from the street where he has a right to be, he sees marijuana plants growing in the backyard. In that situation, he would have to get a search warrant because since the house isn't mobile, there's no chance it's going anywhere before the officer gets a warrant. Though he might want to, the officer can't just go into the person's backyard, a constitutionally protected area, and seize the plant. But the fact that he sees the plants from a place he has a right to be, the public sidewalk, gives him cause to get a search warrant. Another example of open view, but one where the police don't have to get a search warrant, is a cop is standing on a public sidewalk, an area not protected by the Fourth Amendment, when he sees fentanyl pills inside a parked car, a constitutionally protected area. Because the car can be driven away before the police get a search warrant, the officer can immediately search the car without a warrant and seize the fentanyl in open view, as well as any other contraband he finds in the car during the search. If the officer wants to be extra cautious, he can seize the car and get a search warrant. Remember, open view means the police are in a place that's not protected by the Constitution, for instance, a sidewalk or a public park, when they see contraband in a constitutionally protected area. If the contraband isn't something that can't be moved, such as a building, the police have to get a search warrant. If the contraband isn't something that can be moved quickly and easily, like a car or an airplane, then they don't have to get a search warrant. Those are my thoughts. Please post any comments you have. They always generate interesting discussions. Subscribe to my channel. And if you're a lawyer, consider hiring me to research legal issues and draft pleadings under your supervision. My contact information is below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.